This video is to encourage women wearing the two hats of intrapreneur and entrepreneur. I see your passion, I feel your struggles, and most importantly, I admire your courage. Join me in this day in the life as I share what's been most helpful for me balancing a full-time job and business. And if you take nothing else from this video, please know that you are capable of doing anything your heart desires. No weapon formed against you shall prosper. So today is one of those days where I am paying attention and giving energy to both my full-time job as well as my business. So I thought it would be a good chance to show how I balance having a full-time job as well as having a business. And I know there are a lot of working moms and intrapreneurial women that are becoming part of this community that I'm trying to build on YouTube. So I thought it would be a good idea to offer what works for me in balancing the two, as well as obviously I'm a wife and a mom of two toddlers as well. The first thing that I wanted to share with you guys in thinking about this was to have a mindset shift in the way that you think about having a full-time job in a business. And number one, when it comes to making that shift, which I've recently made, is not calling your business a side business or a side hustle. You wouldn't call your job your side job, or maybe you would, maybe that works for you. But to think about it as if they're equal priorities is going to help you already make the shift in balancing the two and eventually reaching your goals in your business as well as in your entrepreneurial full-time job. So I think a lot of times it's easier for us to meet our goals when we're working full-time for our job because everything is so ingrained and there's a huge piece of accountability built in to being an employee. And sometimes we don't make those same commitments to our business because of that mindset difference and thinking of it as a side business. So what I like to think about it is your two children, right? You wouldn't pick favorites if you had two kids, or at least you shouldn't be having favorites. And so you wouldn't say my side kid and my full-time job. There's somebody walking by. Thankfully, he's on his phone. So you wouldn't say my side kid. You would say I have two kids, and treat your your full-time job and your business the same way. Don't show favorites. You put energy in one kid as much as you do the other child, and you prioritize them both. So really, when you make commitments and you set out to do things for your business, do it with as much intentionality and accountability for your business as you use for your full-time job. And I think just making that mindset shift already helps you balance the two. I just got home and I have all these packages of inventory that just came. So it's actually good that it came because I'm running out, but I'm gonna have to modify my day and take in some of this inventory. And of course, it's a day where my husband is out of town, so I'm going to be doing it by myself. So I'm back in my home office now. I just brought in all those boxes, and it's actually great that they came today. I had 5 orders come yesterday and I'm only down to 1 planner. So I was actually like hoping and praying that they came in today. So when I say it's perfect timing, it's perfect timing. Plus I didn't want to put my planners in my store, Mon Ambition. I didn't want to put them back on pre-order because we sold out. I want to make sure that I have a constant flow in inventory, and I'm just like right in the nick of time. So I'll turn this around. You can see I have 1 left and I have 5 orders to pack for today. So it's great that they came. The refill inserts also came. So I'm going to pack those as well because I have some people that have already subscribed to get the refills. So I'm going to send those off today. And I'll probably drop off the packages before I go pick up my kids from school. So I'm just going to print the packing slips for my orders that I got yesterday. And last night, it's so nice to make orders while you're sleeping and then wake up to that Shopify notification. But back to what I wanted to talk to you guys about when it comes to balancing a full-time job as well as your business. The second thing that is so important is you got to put you first. Okay, you got to put you first. I got to put me first, Lucius. All of that energy. It's very cliche, but you have to put your oxygen mask on first, and it's just not sustainable. I'm all about, especially if you know this channel, a sustainable hustle. So you have to find ways to put yourself first and take care of yourself so that you're not constantly burning out. I used to be a burned out hustler, I used to say, and I would just have these cycles of hustling really hard and then like crashing emotionally, physically, mentally, spiritually, taking time to like recoup. And that is draining, those kinds of breakdowns, because you just are burning out and it's not a sustainable way to be, and it takes a toll on your mental health as well. So some of the things I do to make sure that I'm putting myself first is, first of all, I'm always using my Mod Ambition planner. I am using time blocking in the daily tracking. I'm making sure I'm staying on top of my goals so that I'm prioritizing all of my day and all of my times towards moving towards my goals, and I'm not letting other people's priorities get in the way. And so I do that within my full-time job as well as my business. I manage all my time here in my Mod Ambition planner. So that is really helpful, just being really strategic and intentional with your time. I also wake up early in the morning. I wake up at 5 a.m. most mornings. Now, when I'm sick, I was sick for a while in February. I don't do this. I prioritize obviously sleeping and recovering. But for the most part, as a mom, that time in the morning is so sacred, from 5 to 6:30 a.m. And even when I do it on the weekends, because my kids wake up at 8 on the weekends, it just gives you that extra bump. And I can totally tell a difference in my days and my weeks when I'm not waking up early versus when I am. I used to spend that time just for self-care, but I realized that morning time is when my mind is most creative and when I'm most motivated to get stuff done for my business. So I actually wake up and do work for my business just to make sure that I'm prioritizing it before I jump in the day-to-day, especially if I have a lot of things for my full-time job to do that day. I 100% want to make sure I start off working on my business again, so I'm prioritizing both. And then after my kids go to school, and usually, especially the days that I'm working from home, which is most days, I work out and then I do kind of my self-care, my meditation, my journaling before I get ready, like getting dressed for the day. I spend that morning time really just dedicating to my business. I also usually work in the evenings, and you might sound like I'm not balanced, but after my kids go to bed, after I do my skincare routine, I'll read for 20 minutes. And then before I have any screen time, I'll either engage on social media just to make sure I'm maintaining my social media presence, like on Instagram and TikTok. And then I'll do any type of work that doesn't feel like work. So anything that I'm kind of excited to do, like editing a video or brainstorming new video ideas or product development. So anything that I can kind of do in the bed with minimal like energy and something that I'm excited to do, I'll usually save that kind of work till the evening. So it doesn't really feel like work. I'm just kind of on my laptop while my husband is probably watching something after we read. Another way that I put myself first, and I've talked about that on this channel, is getting support. You got to get help. Like, you can have it all, but that does not mean you have to do it all. And one of the ways that I have it all and not do it all is I get help as much as I can, because I don't have family in town. I never have like, oh, my mom is taking my kids, or my sister, I don't have a sister, but my sister's cousin is taking my kid, because I live in a different state than most of my family, in Colorado, and my family is in Texas. What I do to get help is we have a cleaning crew that comes every other week to help us do like deep cleaning. So I'm not cleaning toilets, I'm not cleaning showers, and it's not because I'm above that. It's just that I don't have time to do it all, and I don't want to put that pressure on myself. I also get help. I have a babysitter that comes every other week for 3 hours before my kids take a nap. So it ends up being like a 6-hour break for me, and they love her. So she's a teacher that used to work at their daycare. I'm here while she's here. I'm just upstairs usually working on something or trying to get in some self-care, like doing my nails or something. But it's just to kind of give me a break outside of my work, because usually if I'm not with my kids, I'm at work. Getting support is very, very crucial. Even support like a virtual assistant can be helpful. I have a virtual assistant that's really helpful to get like all this content pumped out. So wherever you can hire help because you do have a full-time job, use that to your benefit, especially if you have discretionary income. That's one of the great things about building a business and having a full-time job is the security of your paycheck. So instead of like, going shopping every week or whatever you do with that extra money, like I do my own nails and I do my own hair, and I use that money to get help so I can create a sustainable hustle. So hope that helps you. I have some other ideas I'm going to share with you in this video, but I'm going to pack these orders and then I'll get to my next point. Off my makeup and I changed to go get the kids so I don't get the makeup on them this evening. My JV is out of town, so I'm with the kids by myself. And I do have one more thing I want to share with you guys. I'm gonna do like our little evening kiddo routine, and then I will come back and share the last thing I want to talk about when it comes to balancing a full-time job as well as a business. People on the bus go up and down, up and down. Cup. Good. Big M and little M. Point. The M says good. Big N and little N. The N says no, good. Big O and little O. The O says good. Big P and little P. The P says good. Last one. Big Q and little Q. The Q says excellent. Potty. You want to go potty? Yeah. Night night to the animals. The little ones are fast asleep out there in the night, so climb into your own soft bed and think of animals curled up tight. Stars, moon, down in the burrow, the little bunnies yawn and snuggle with their mama until dawn. Okay, it's about 7:15. I just put those little gremlins down. My face is already clean because I cleaned my face before I went to get them, but I did want to talk to you guys about the last thing that I think has been really helpful. This is just tranexamic acid that I'm putting first. Really been helpful in balancing a full-time job and a business, and that is really acceptance. I think there has to be some acceptance around the fact that some things might go slower than you want them to go because your attention is divided. And you have to have some grace and some compassion for your journey, for your hustle, for your path to where you're trying to get as an intrapreneur and entrepreneur at the same time, because your attention is split, which is why I do so believe in getting help. This is just my Trader Joe's hyaluronic acid moisture serum. So I think in accepting that, two things that really help me are push and prayer. Pushing as hard as I can in both of those arenas, when it's that time to push, but also prayer to help myself accept where I am, prayer to make sure that I'm constantly reminding myself that I am enough. I'm a child of God. My worth is not dependent on my hustle, and just prayer that, you know, things can be as easy as possible and the fruits of my pushing will manifest. So pushing in prayer helped me just really accept that. I hope you guys found this video helpful, kind of a day in my life, but I also want to make it valuable. Just as my last step, this is my intense overnight sleeping serum. I do want to make it valuable and also show you guys more of who I am and as a day in the life, while also trying to give you whatever gems from my own life that may be helpful in your own hustle. So if you have tips on balancing your full-time job as well as your business, please leave them below. I would love to hear how you do it all, or your biggest thing to be productive. Let's help each other out. And then until my next video, I'll see you guys next time. Namaste.